I do is game. I'm a fucking gamer. All I do is...
Hello. In this video I'm going to be taking you guys through my first impressions of the FIFA 12 demo, mainly from the arena, just because that's all I recorded right now, so I guess we'll just get right into it. First thing you'll notice, well, first thing I hope you'll notice is that you play as Rooney, in the demo at least. Obviously in the full game you'll be able to change it. But I guess the first topic I'll start on is shooting. Now, in FIFA 11, they introduced the ground shot, which was a thorn in, I guess, everybody's side because it was usually impossible for the keeper to save it. But it was very effective and pretty much realistic. But in the demo now, every shot is by default a ground shot, and increasing power increases the height of the shot. At least that's what it feels like to me. And it feels more natural. It feels like you have more control over where you want to place the ball. Now on to skill moves. Since Rooney only has 3 stars, it's going to be impossible for me to show off 4 and 5. So I'll just show you what I can. They implemented a new system where every time you do a skill move like a roulette or a heel flick, they'll do it differently each time than the last time you did it. Like sometimes with a roulette, he'll kick it out in front of him more, or he'll do it like a little bit more inside. Basically, the ball just has a little bit more freedom to move around. It can get a little bit annoying sometimes. But overall, it feels like with the precision dribbling, it feels a little bit better when you're doing like step overs, and then even just cutting feels a little bit smoother. In my opinion, the only reason they say that dribbling is harder now is because the defenders are a little bit smarter. They don't just like let the ball go over their head, and they jockey a little bit more. So it's a little bit harder to just do a roulette and just spin around them. They're going to be on you like all the time. You have to be a little bit more tactical about when you do the skill move and not just do them randomly. And now I guess I'll talk about the impact engine. I like the addition. It's just sometimes it feels a little bit awkward and clumsy. The players just feel like they get the slightest bump and they just go flying. And I feel like that's gonna be a huge factor. Say on like a chip through, if a player gets bumped and he's just gonna like be thrown so off balance that he's not gonna be able to go and get the ball. Or like a defender's gonna be jostled and just be pushed way out of position. Just examples I'm thinking of. Like, I don't think that the system works as well as it should, because right there Rooney just ran through the keeper, yet he gets touched lightly on some of these and he just gets airborne and does a flip. It just doesn't really make any sense. Like that one. I don't think that was really necessary. He could have just like rolled on the ground or something. A flip really wouldn't occur in that situation there either. It looks awkward. It looks silly. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I can see like a whole lot of problems coming out of this, and eventually them having to fix it if it gets ridiculous. I know the game it's still a demo right now. There's still things that can change, but watch this part right here. Rooney doesn't even get touch and decides to fall down. I can see that happening a lot. Like, players are gonna get hit by something that's not there and just go falling down on like rebounds in the box, and it's just gonna mess everything up. I can see that just being a huge problem, and I hope they fix that or find a way to avoid that from ever happening. That being said though, what just happened might just be a once in a lifetime thing that is like very rare, might not ever happen again. So I hope that's the case, because the impact engine, I can see it being a fun addition. Just adding a little bit of novelty back into the game. And the last thing I want to talk about is bicycle kicks, and I guess just volleys in general. Now, I love the way they changed the system for these. They just made it so much more fluent and easier just to put it on target. I also like that when I played a couple games earlier, it just seemed like players attempt to bike the ball or volley the ball more frequently than in FIFA 11. In last year's game, it just felt like the ball would drop to their side or hit off their head if they weren't in the perfect position for the bike. In this game, they try it much more often. They, even if it's like obvious that they won't get the ball, they at least try it, which I think is much better because you might be surprised that they actually get it. At least they're making the attempt. And that about wraps up my first glance at FIFA 12 demo. Overall, I like it. I think it's really fun. There's obviously minor setbacks, but it's still a demo. And honestly, I think it's miles ahead of FIFA 11 in terms of playability. Obviously, I didn't get to cover everything. Maybe I'll put out another video. I was kind of rushed for time with this one. But if you want to check out any of our other stuff, we'll have plenty more FIFA 12 videos coming out. Be sure to subscribe, click the annotation in the video. Feel free to comment on this video with your first impression of the FIFA 12 demo. And thanks for watching.